Draco System. The Draco System lies at the heart of the Earth Empire, housing large-scale weapon and flight craft manufacturing facilities. The 6 planets are lit by 2 suns, Helios and Hecate, which are believed to have mood-altering properties. While this may sound unlikely, neural data reports held by the Body for Objective Exploration suggest that empirical evidence highlights a genuine mood shift phenomenon linked to the 2 suns. Draco was colonized between 4252 and 4321 AD with the intention of establishing a core supply base for Empire military operations. With the support of Group Commander J4TM and finance from the Militia Deposit Foundation, an exploratory cluster was dispatched to Draco with orders to assess its suitability. Rapid colonization was recommended, and a number of specialisms divided between the 6 planets. Data scans reveal that Draco is experiencing significant unrest within the civilian population, particularly on the planets Eos, Seline, and Eurydice. Despite a number of internment orders and the banning of all workplace gatherings, harsh working conditions have resulted in a non-cooperative workforce. Problem areas are now being subjected to forced repopulation.
Draco plays a major role in supplying the colonial navy with arms and flight craft. As such, it benefits from an X4 defense rating and receives highly charged generator boosts, which strengthen its shielding. Navigational equipment may prove unreliable due to the presence of 2 suns. Flights within the proximity of Draco should be supported by analog sky readers, in addition to conventional compass systems.
Harmonia is a rock planet which exports cybernetic devices to the colonial navy. Research bunkers are located within the deeply mined dry seabed region, while the manufacturing plants are distributed across the planet's surface. Due to its proximity to the sun, Helios, coolant fluids are constantly pumped around Harmonia via a fibrous network of microtubes known locally as the skin. During the planet's early colonization, a portion of the skin split open, causing a highly localized ice age. An entire pioneer battalion was frozen to death. Harmonia was colonized in 4252 AD on the orders of the Tsar's private office. Internal core data documents argued for the creation of a highly centralized arms manufacturing base defended by a chain response system. Opponents of the plan suggested that such a base would be vulnerable to attack. The Tsar, however, insisted that the plan should go ahead in the Draco system. The opponents were removed from office and dispatched to an off-world prison bay in alpha-centauri. Harmonia has supplied most of the colonial navy with the Snatch Reflex Enhancer, a device which boosts average human response times by a factor of 10. Current research being undertaken on the planet aims to adapt this technology for use in a sensory enhancer, which would improve all 5 senses by the same order.
There are known to be no-hack anti-intruder networks controlling all aspects of Harmonia's defense. These have been optimized for the Crystal 2 operating system. Infrabeam triggers are fitted at all entry points, and manned forceware craft are on permanent standby. Be aware that all installations on Harmonia are owned by the military and are defended accordingly.
Shelina is a rock planet which houses an unknown number of military research laboratories. Although certain of their activities are known, blanket security arrangements appear to be in force on the planet. Laboratory locations are not known, as they appear to have been constructed from a beam-deflective material which causes scanning devices to feed back in an nth-generation loop. However, Information leakage retrieved from a rogue wave filter suggests that the planet's primary research is concerned with robotics, specifically the development of a highly efficient non-human soldier. Shelina was colonized in 4270 by the Land Excursion Division of the Colonial Navy. It was immediately isolated from the planet Harmonia by the construction of an air gate, which causes extreme signal disruption. The intention was to deny the planet's existence even to other members of the Empire's forces. This plan was maintained for several Earth years. Colonists initially believed they had simply been moved to a new area of Harmonia. Since the truth was revealed by a malfunctioning binary message reader in 4279, the Empire has reluctantly acknowledged the planet's existence. However, it continues to insist that only basic waste disposal and skyway maintenance activities are undertaken on Shelina. It is clear this is not the case, as military-coded research reports have been regularly intercepted. Unfortunately, they remain unreadable.
Extreme shielding and signal disruption devices are in use across Shelina. A Mark II trigger node has been detected, but the use of beam-deflecting materials makes intelligence gathering difficult. Information avoidance procedures are in operation. Information may be unreliable.
Janus, known as the two-faced planet amongst its resident workforce, is a rock planet scarred by frequent rock-bearing winds, which have gouged vast channels into its surface. It now houses a huge collection of weapon factories specializing in the manufacture of the T-5 Avalanche strike craft. They are sheltered from the extreme weather conditions by leaning platforms constructed from a bauxilic compound known as Janus dust. An attempt was made to colonize Janus in 4285 AD. However, the landing crew were killed in suspicious circumstances when they attempted to report one of their number for insubordination. Legal text stored in the Empire's data vaults suggests that as soon as the landing craft entered the zone lit by the sun Hecate, uncharacteristic mood changes overcame the crew members. While largely anecdotal, there is also some limited scientific evidence connecting Hecate with extreme mood fluctuation. The planet was successfully colonized in 4289, and since then, all colonists have been required to wear protective clothing when entering the Hecate zone. Certain information suggests that the system's other sun, Helios, also has mood-altering properties. Although as these are thought to be positive, no attempts are made to minimize their possible effect.
Standard defense procedures are in effect on Janus, although they are boosted by the presence of a demon hex generator. Scans reveal prolonged signal disruption, although this appears to close down as Janus passes through the shadow cast by adjacent planets. This may assist attack forces.
Eos is a rock planet which specializes in the production of high-grade weaponry. While it plays a key role in the Empire's military strategy, there appears to be continuing problems with the planet's workforce. High levels of secrecy and coercive labor control techniques have resulted in occasional acts of sabotage by workers. The Empire is known to be continually working to deal with this situation. Eos was colonized in 4298 AD as part of what had become known as the Draco Military Hardware Project. It had been scheduled to accommodate factories manufacturing suborbital weapons and scent-guided vapor missiles. However, as these prefabricated installations were being shipped in, a number of extremely valuable natural resources were discovered. These included the muscle relaxant Tranquilex and the injectable truth compound comitom, both of which occur in concentrated form. Small-scale mining facilities now operate alongside the weapon factories in order to extract these materials. Industrial unrest is common on Eos. It has been suggested that the planet's proximity to Hecate is the cause of this. However, the Empire is reluctant to leave due to its heavy investment in the planet and the valuable resources still widely available.
Covert anti-personnel activities are continuously in operation on Eos. These are intended to suppress the planet's own population, but they also threaten attacking forces. Systematic neural scans are carried out remotely on all approaching craft. If aggressive tendencies are detected, automated pinpoint missile devices will engage.
Seline is a ringed gas planet operating an information dispersal system which results in highly erratic data scanning. For this reason, the nature of activity on Seline is not known in detail. However, it would appear to be primarily a research base. There are also known to be a number of basic gas mining colonies suspended above the planet's surface, which experience occasional industrial unrest. Seline was colonized in 4309 AD after a rush order was imposed by the Tsar's office. It was felt that the colonization of Draco was not proceeding at the required pace. Research staff were transferred from various locations across the Empire and briefed to investigate the development of automated orbital defense grids. The progress made as a result of this research is not known. It was also found that subsurface gases could be broken down into a number of valuable materials. These are now mined on Seline using hastily built mining installations located next to enforced habitation compounds. The colonists who live and work in these areas are known to be disruptive, and the cause of frequent raids by the Empire's Industrial Police Division.
Seline is believed to be heavily defended, although intense scanning fails to produce any reliable readings. No other details are known.
Uicy is a rock planet which supplies ore to other planets within the Draco System. As a major center for large-scale mining, the planet suffers from industrial problems similar to those experienced on Eos and Seline. However, the Empire has rejected several proposals to leave the planet as the natural resources remain valuable. Uicy was colonized in 4321 AD by conscripts from Seline's mining installations. Contemporary reports detail a number of atrocities inflicted on the colonial population, including the so-called Night of Pain and the Last Emasculation. The Tsar's office was known to want urgent completion of all construction works. It was hoped that these violent methods would have the desired effect. The Empire is still attempting to cope with the legacy left by use of these methods. The workforce frequently sabotaged the industrial process, and military personnel have been known to suffer extreme assaults. The League has made a number of attempts to destabilize the situation further, although these have had negligible success.
Uicy is patrolled by heat-shielded barrier craft and land-air docking ships. A dual-direction observation network surrounds the planet as a defense against attack from the air and from within the mining installations themselves.